G'day, it's Thursday the 9th of December 2021 and the situation with the squirts is getting to a point where it's that evident now that all the screaming out we've been doing from the beginning of this whole reign of medical, I want to say the words, a T and then a Y and an R and an Annie at the end. Just being careful of the AI for anyone who doesn't understand why I don't say the proper word for it starting with V, but rather say squirts. Now, you're not getting the message from MSM of what's going on. Overnight, yesterday, a woman in Werribee in Victoria stopped a car in the middle of the road and doused herself with petrol and lit herself on fire with a sign saying that the system now, this medical, what I said before, is killing people, and she was hopeless. And so that's just one little example of drastic news not covered in our mainstream media over here. And the other big one is what I'm coming to talk to you about today, which is the injuries from the squirts. Now, I've got a link below to over an hour of testimonials of people adversely affected. Some of you people are new to my channel, I know, and might not know about how these things aren't safe and effective. So it's once you see this, it's incumbent upon you to then warn people, otherwise the blood will be on your hands. This is a time when people should be screaming out, we're in the killing fields, and it's being hidden. This is the biggest thing going on right now, and it's the most covered up thing too, as far as the Depop program. Being very careful with my words, and I'm slowing my speech down to think prior what I'm going to say so I don't get my video taken down, because we know how they like to censor these days. So even just saying that, I'm second guessing everything I say. So I'm sorry if I'm speaking a little slow or my thoughts aren't as quick as they could be, because this is the main item that gets censored these days, what I'm talking about, squirts. Now, I know a couple of you do not have an idea of this system, and I've just come in contact with you, and I'm trying to provide this evidence for these new people, particularly who will need to warn those around them, especially if you have a platform on YouTube where you're reaching a lot of people and you're trying to speak the truth. This is the thing that needs to be spoken about up there amongst, more than anything at the moment, what's going on undercover under the name of science, which is really falsely so called, like the good book says, yet people trust it now to the point where they have blind faith in it, even religious people, to the point where they will wear muzzles, harm their own family with squirts that they are told are for their health, and yet research, and it doesn't take much time, can show you exactly where this system comes from, that it has a pharmakeia element to it, and that it's looking to eventually mark everyone to the point where they can't buy or sell, and there's going to come a time when people wish they were dead and can't find death. Now, I've been trying to get out the word that these squirts have in them the ability to control the mind. And it's the truth is there that the nano particles are directed to be able to go to the brain, so scientists can read the different interactions of synapses throughout the brain, and then also be able to affect through the magnetic. I've got to be careful now. Let's say grandma particles, nano. So they can direct them and affect them into the brain. So we know they have the want to control the mind, and it's been shown that they can do that scientifically. Now we're seeing people who've been squirted be able to turn on Bluetooth, are magnetic in their and all the reports are there if you want to look, that the tech in it is already patented to be able to draw energy from the body to even mine Bitcoin. And we're moving into a new currency system. So there's over an hour of adverse in this video link, right? And with knowledge comes power, but also if you stay silent on this and don't warn others, you'll have blood on your hands. So be careful what you hear, what you see, and ignorance is not an excuse either. There's no reason for you to try an experimental squirt when something has over 99 point something recovery rate anyway, an experimental thing. Why would you risk that without researching? You just trust men? You've been caught out. It has nothing to do with religion. I'm speaking to religious people who have no idea about what's going on. You have to find out the truth about everything, I believe, not just the word. The word should direct you into trying to find the truth about this system to the point that you're aware and you can protect your loved ones. But just to turn a blind eye because some people telling the truth about this or that might not have all the truth, that is folly. That is to assume one has all the truth in the first place. Anyway, we must trust Yahuwah and read his word, and his word will direct us into this knowledge. And hopefully you've come here today so you can get woken up inside your head. Go have a look at this. Over an hour of people who are going through hell. And if you want to put your family through that after watching this or listening to me speak and you turn away, you're accountable. Be careful.